when I first saw this, you know, the issues that black women had with black men, it was from the movie Jungle Fever. The movie Jungle Fever was the first time I was introduced with the way that black women really feel about black men. And the scene that I'm about to play for you, it stars, her name is Phyllis Yvonne Stickney. And she recently did another interview talking about black men. Now, keep in mind, Jungle Fever came out in 1991. And the scene that I'm about to play for you guys, there's rumors going around that Spike Lee said that this scene was not scripted. It was literally just black women talking about how they feel about black men. And Phyllis, she's in this scene and she's one of the most vocal ones. So 33 years ago, she was talking about this. Fast forward to present day, she just did another interview, and I want you guys to see if anything has changed.
She ain't nothing but a low-class, white trash. She probably didn't even finish high school.
Girl, you know that's the truth.
That's what he left me for.
See, I always thought Flipper was the ideal husband, girl. You can never tell. They are all dogs. I promise you, they're all dogs.
You know what? We gonna have to start dating white men.
Stop it,
Oh,
Shirley.
no, I'm not.
No, it's true.
I'm not dating no white
It
man.
ain't no good black men out there.
Yeah, you hear that? Well, did you hear her? She said, there ain't no good black men out there. That was Phyllis saying that. And again, Spike Lee, he said that the dialogue was so good that he just let the cameras roll and he captured it and put it in the video. So that was Phyllis basically saying that there's no good black men out there. This was released in 1991. Does that sound familiar? Let's continue.
Most of them were drug addicts in jail, homos. The good ones know they this shit, so they got 10 women at a time leaving.
What'd she say? Homos in jail. Same things, right? 33 years ago. Let's continue.
Babies all over the place.
My marriage is wrecked. It's fucked up. The man is gone. He's fucking some white bitch, and I still believe there's good black men out there.
Where? And the options? What are the options?
You know what the
Be
options
numb,
are?
Be gay, or see somebody who likes you no matter what, Chinese, black, white, or whatever.
Wrong, Hilda. You're wrong as the day is long. They're out there. The problem is we're looking in the wrong places.
That was some sound advice. Sounds like what men been saying. They out there, but y'all looking in the wrong places. And I've said this multiple times to black women. What y'all, the types of men that y'all incentivize on the dating market, those are the men that you'll see more of. Because if you guys are incentivizing the guys who are the quote unquote Pookies and Ray Rays by giving them sex, having their babies, then other men are going to see this and they're going to mimic what you guys flock to. So if that's the narrative, then that's the, more of those guys you will see. That's why you have younger men taking on this thug maxing narrative. Thug maxing. Guys tailor their look to look more like rappers, thugs, to gain the attention of a particular type of woman. Can you guys guess what type of woman that is?
The closer you fit to whatever the celebrity, the current rappers, like I said, Lil Durk, what's the other dude, Quando Rondo, all those dudes. The closer you fit to what that stereotype, you like some girls will be, they'll just be down, especially black chicks.
I was about to say,
they like that shit, bro.
I think that mostly attracts black chicks.
I don't know what it is, bro, but they like that. They don't like when a dude has it together. I don't
clean cut look.
Yeah, bro, and I don't want to say that because it sounds like I'm trying to bash. I'm not bashing black women, but it just is what it is.
Yeah.
That's been my experience. I attract the most Latinas and white girls. That's what I attract.
Yeah, same. I think because I have that professional, clean cut R&B type of look, that's why I also mostly attract Hispanic and white women. And you guys be in the comments like, do you not like black women? I'm like, black women don't like me. Like black women don't.
In this world, you go where you really want it.
Yeah,
wherever you want it, that's where you go.
I attract. I don't chase.
If you look at the It's Complicated channel and all these places where they do those street interviews, and they say, you know, rapper, drug dealer, scammer, that's typically what our younger black women tend to go for.
Fuck the 9 to 5. I want the schemer first, then the drug dealer, then the 9 to 5.
What are the type of guys you prefer? Scammer, drug dealer, or 9 to 5?
Drug dealer. I want him to move that weight.
I'm your pusher man.
I'm trying to be on the YouTube. Respectfully, it is what it is.
Scammer, 9 to 5, drug dealer.
You didn't tell me the amount. What's the amount for?
I'm here trying to run. I'm trying to run from the question.
Yes, you are.
Okay, let's just say 6 figures.
Yeah.
If you can make that kind of money, and it's not all legal, that's fine too. But like,
So this thug maxing thing is actually a real-time game quantifier, so to speak, to where men are using this to try and attract black women. And that's sad to me that they would literally go to the lengths of getting their body tattooed just to attract more women. So if there are any young men out there, I just want to say this: don't do that shit. Do not get tatted up. Do not change your hair into dreads, start sagging to look more like a thug. So they see that women are incentivizing those guys. They're attracted to those men. So they try and mimic those types of guys, even though they never lived that thug type of lifestyle. And I don't think women understand that, yes, if they see you guys having babies by this guy, then they want to be that guy too, because he's obviously getting sex. So y'all need to watch who you incentivize. But I don't think our women have understood that yet, because you can't fake attraction. We know that. So what do men do? They try and adapt to the dating market. That's where you get thug maxing. And I don't condone that. I don't want men going out there getting tattoos and stuff. You come from a 2-parent household, you doing well, but you got to act like you're a thug just so you can get some play from black women. Got to stop. Let's continue.
We're looking someplace, I don't know where we're looking, but we're not looking at bus drivers or truck drivers or garbage men, and a lot of them are doing that, and we just won't give them the time of day. But they're good men.
How many men do you know, black men,
Who can effectively deal with a mate who has more education and makes more money? Not many. They freak, and y'all know I'm telling the truth.
I know, girl. No, the fact remains is that we are losing our men. That's the bottom line.
That's the overarching point. And that's what we've been talking about here in present day. She said the fact remains is that we're losing our men, and that's the bottom line. This was 33 years ago, and she's talking about interracial marriage, right? Y'all see what the interracial statistics are right now, the marriage statistics in regards to black men? So this has been a topic of discussion in the black community for a while now. If black women knew this, then the obvious thing would be to ask black men what they need, or what, you know, find out what the truth is, but they didn't do that. Let's continue.
This doesn't really so much have to do with the black men. I know it does, and I know we want to blame them, and it is their blame. But part of it is that these white bitches throw themselves at black men. Do you see the way they look at them? You can't walk down the street with your man without 29,000 white bitches coming on to them, and they will give up the pussy because their fathers tried to keep it from them all their lives. When they turn 18 and they leave home, they're going to get that black dick. They're going to get it. They're going to get it. And it can be yours, or mine, and they want it.
So it seemed like they're explaining white women competing for the guys, the black men that they want. And that's something that I think our women are opposed to. Because I you know, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, he used to say this all the time. He said, you know, you guys don't want to compete. Because if you say the word compete for a man, I ain't competing for a man, she can have him. And that's exactly what these white women are doing. So I don't know what to tell you. So here we go.
And they're getting it.
Deal with the black man for a minute.
Oh, Inez.
There's a lot of self-hate going on when he can't deal with his sister.
Yeah, but Inez, how would you know? You won't deal with a black man. How would you
Oh,
know?
no. I do date black men, but I also date Chinese, Latino, Jewish, the full spectrum.
That's not really a consolation for this particular
Well, it's not
argument that we're
supposed to be.
having.
All I'm saying is I know you think I should date black men, but I'm going to date who I like. Give me a man, regardless of the color of his skin, who is nice to me, who is sweet to me, and who I strongly believe loves me.
It's not about
So, and she was basically talking about like the swirl and divestment movement or whatever, but she seemed a little bit more genuine about it. And again, I don't care who black women date, try and date outside your race. It is what it is. My issue is that if you guys are going to champion other races of men, just make sure that they're marrying you. We don't want a situation where you got some white man on Kendra G's show telling Kendra G, a black woman, that he was able to have sex with the black woman and not to give her commitment, but he ended up marrying this white woman. And Kendra G got pissed off because this scruffy looking white man who looked like one of these doomsday preppers, he was on there saying this about a black woman. And she got mad. She was like, see, black women, why y'all gonna just let him have sex with you and you're not gonna require marriage from him?
Do you have an ethnicity preference?
No, I love women, honestly.
What ethnicity are your two ex-wives?
They were both Caucasian.
They were both
white.
Caucasian. Have you ever dated a black woman, Jack?
Dated, no.
Dated, no. Oh, slept with?
Yeah.
Ladies, I'm mad at them black women that slept with you because you married the other women. They shouldn't have let you sleep with them. You wasn't even their boyfriend.
Please don't assume. I think she used me more than I used her. So
how did the black woman use you, Jack?
For sex. It happens. Adults do that.
He said, don't assume she used him more than he used.
And that's the problem, especially with her wording in this movie. She said, I date all these men. Dating is not enough. It's not. Y'all need to require marriage from them guys, right? But like I said, I think, the moneymaker for black women is to be able to post pictures on social media with some white man and get all the praise and admiration from other black women as basically an attempt to throw it in black men's face. I told you we could date out. Why are y'all threatening black men with this? Black men been dating outside of their race. So nothing is going to change on that on our behalf. So y'all gonna just have to, you're not gonna threaten black men into getting our attention because you're dating a white man. And shout out to Jay Fleming. I remember a while back we did a live stream together, and he was basically telling black women that you can't affirmative action your way in the dating market.
Let me talk to ladies. Dating is extremely competitive. Whether you like it or not, you're going to have to compete. You're not going to be able to affirmative action your way into the dating market. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. You have to perform.
Which basically means that you can't tell somebody to marry you if they don't want to marry you. And it was one of the most profound things that I've ever heard in these spaces, because it seems like that's what a lot of our women are trying to do. Like, hey, I can date out. You see black men, these white men are dating us. And we're just sitting there looking back like, okay, but I'm looking at the stats here and it doesn't look favorably. But y'all continue dating, having their kids, and not requiring marriage. It's up to y'all. Y'all can change it. So let's continue.
Inez, I am not the rainbow fucking kind. Yes, you are the reading rainbow. We know this about you.
Drew, if it'll make you happy, honey, I will make a pilgrimage to Africa, the motherland, and find myself a true tribesman.
A true Asiatic black man.
With a dick down to his knees to keep me happy for days.
See, hey, sex is at the top of the list. Looks and sex. We know this. As black men, we know this. And that's why we win on the dating market. Let's continue.
Zulu dick. That's right, girl. Give me some serious Zulu dick in the bush.
Y'all are nasty. Do any of you know what it is like not being thought of as attractive?
I can't believe you ever believed that.
Drew, it's the kind of shit you buy into, okay? I was always the darkest one in my class, and I know you know what I'm talking about. All the guys ran after the light-skinned
Colorism.
girls with long, straight hair, and that left me out. And it's that same kind of thinking that leaves us out when it comes to white women. Now, back in the day, brothers would get sisters that looked like you, Drew, and you, Vera, you know? But now, light skin ain't even good enough. Today, brothers are going for the gusto. I mean, the real McCoy. That's why Flipper's gone. White girls got it made.
The whole thing, everything that we've been doing, and everything in the society, we just keep on doing the same thing over and over and over.
Yes.
Keep on telling ourselves, negating ourselves, our own value.
Fair use.
Look at the brothers who are successful. Look at them. Most of the brothers who have made it got white women on their arms. Okay?
See, so there's another narrative that I had to debunk recently, actually, and I think I did that in 2023 as well. She said the black men who have it made, they always got a white woman on their arm. That's not true. 83% of married black men who make over $100,000 a year are married to black women. But as I stated before, black women will see a black man, insert whoever you want, an athlete, with a white woman or a racially ambiguous woman, and they'll assume that that's all black men. But they don't see the 83% of black men who make that much money are married to black women, because they're only focused on the 0.0001% of the athletes, rappers, and entertainers. And honestly, that's all they promote on these predominantly black spaces. Just recently, Kemba Walker, the old Knicks player, UConn legend, he actually just got engaged, and the woman looks either light-skinned or mixed or something like that. And I believe either the Shade Room or the Spiritual Word posted his engagement and her being happy and them holding hands. And you can, pretty much guess how the comment section went. Ever since Cat Williams said that every black man in sports and entertainment get issued the same type of light-skinned black woman or whatever.
I've never seen them have anything that I ever wanted. If you sign up for their program, you get a light-skinned, weird-faced wife that never do an interview. Listen, in 20 years, won't do an interview. Nobody's ever talked to her, and she's never been interviewed anywhere.
That's the quote that our women like to go to. As to say that black men aren't attracted to dark skin or typical FBA black women. And I already written down the list in regards to what that means. I was actually shocked by that. But yeah, so I mean, it's still out there. This narrative is still here. So let's continue.
In order to go up that little ladder to success, seems like you got to have Miss Thing on your arm. Their responsibility level isn't the same as ours.
It's not a question of responsibility. It's just a fundamental disrespect.
Disrespect
for women.
I mean, I don't care the best man. It's hard for him to say no. Some pussy stand him in the face. I'm sorry. I don't know the man that's been born that's gonna say no to. Here, look around here. Ain't nobody looking. He gonna fuck the pussy.
Okay.
If you're in a committed relationship, then you are supposed to be able to say no. It's the art of no theory for me. Okay? If you know that you're involved with this person, you have no business. And I know that there's such thing as, you're gonna get turned on and all that. You're gonna see somebody you wanna fuck, but your mind's supposed to tell you, I have a committed relationship here. Right. I have a wife. I have whatever. And tell the dick to shut the fuck up. Tell the dick to get down. Strap that motherfucker down. You have to.
I'm serious. You know something, though? It don't even matter what color she is. My man is gone.
Okay. So now this is her most recent interview with I think it's a Hype or Comedy Hype. It's on YouTube. And I came across this. I don't know how, but this is her experience in regards to, I guess, dating or her thoughts on black men. And remember, this is the same woman, Phyllis Yvonne Stickney, that was in Jungle Fever, talking about the same issues that we hear on these, Black Women podcasts, right? So you guys let me know if anything has changed over 33 years in regards to her outlook on black men. Here we go. Fair use.
All goes to light girl town, you know what I mean? Little brown girl, I said, takes a special black man in America to love a richly melanated sister. Most black men just have been conditioned to see beauty differently.
Yeah. Why do you think in today's age you see black women going outside of dealing with black men?
So I'm gonna let it play, but he's basically saying he thinks that more black women are going outside of their race. Yes. More black women are promoting dating other races of men. They may be dating, but they're not getting married. And this is where black community's ignorance comes into play, because they'll say statements like this without doing the research. And that's what gets us messed up in these conversations. But let's continue.
I think that historically, there was always, Massa always desired us, so we would not have the miscegenation that we had. It was not, so we were always desirable to them, rather than whatever they want to say, whatever lies or however they want to flip the truth or actual fact. I think that sometimes, even me in my thinking at this age, not that I ever would, you know, I love black men, but there's a time that we get tired of not being respected, adored,
right,
valued.
So, and I hear this all the time, you know, and I have to address this. I always hear black women say that they don't feel respected by black men. And I always wonder, how do black women as a whole view themselves in regards to how they act towards black men? Why is that never factored in regards to the way that they may see black men acting towards them? Because maybe it's a, you know, kind of the pot calling the kettle black situation. That's what I think. Because as much as black women say that they're having issues with black men, I can say the same thing about black men who say that they're having issues with black women. So in that right, then I think we all need to come to the table and level set the conversation, because black women are not absolved from spreading false narratives and lies and hatred about black men. And it's funny that every time we get somebody on one of these panels or on one of these interviews, they never acknowledge that. And I don't think that's them lacking the knowledge. I think they know, but I think it sounds better to say that black men are disrespecting black women or black men aren't doing this for black women, when you know damn well that black women's closet is not clean when it comes to black men. So that gives us more reason to come together and have a real conversation. I mean, it only makes sense, right? Let's continue.
And so I have friends that are married to men that are not black, or dating men that are not black. And I sometimes look and see how they are adored. To be adored. And at some point you go, okay, I want somebody to adore me. I don't care what he looks like. Because somebody just adore me, please. Right. Somebody adore me, like me, love me, value me.
So again, she's saying that her friends who are either dating or married to non-black men, they are adored. Sounds familiar? Y'all, yeah, we've been talking about this. Here we go.
You know, have patience with me. So I think it becomes someone that feels, you know, checks those boxes and feels those, and at some point you don't care what the color is. I think that some sisters, just like the brothers, looking for status, looking for other things, and so they find those other nationalities or quote unquote races are more attractive, or will help them achieve what they want to achieve. Some, I think, are because of the pain, you know, and that I say often, I say it in jest, but it's serious. Most of the things, I think, funniest things come from truth. If you're dealing with a sister or you're dealing with a brother, you're dealing with a certain level of pain and issues. We all got issues. I don't care who it is. So if you're dealing with a brother, you got to some issues are going to come with the package. Right. So now you just got to figure out how much issues or how much baggage you can take from him and vice versa.
All right. So she's basically saying that if there's issues and people need therapy, and I have to say this, we got to stop using that shit as a cop-out. Because the majority of people don't need therapy. They just need to get out of their own way. People know exactly what the hell that they're doing in regards to how they talk about black men or black women. That doesn't necessarily mean that they need therapy. They just ain't shit people. And that's okay. So we got to stop using that cop-out by saying, yeah, the reason why people act up is because they need therapy. No. It's okay to call somebody stupid when they're acting stupid or when they're saying something stupid. And that's coming from a guy who is a huge supporter of people getting therapy. But I also know that everybody doesn't need therapy. There are people that are just bad people. And we just got to go ahead and acknowledge that instead of using that as a cop-out. I tell people that all the time. You guys starting to see an influx of people using their mental health issues as an excuse to do dumb shit. And I tell, the example that I like to use is that if you're just chilling with somebody and somebody punches you in the jaw, you know, after you was talking and you said like a trigger word, and you say, hey, why the hell you swing on me? So, oh man, you said one of my trigger words, man. You know, I just got this issue with my mental health. You know, that's all it is. I'm sorry. Is that good enough? If somebody swing on you and they can just explain it by saying I got mental health issues, is that cool with y'all? No. I don't care what the reason is. You swing on me because you failed to tell me that me saying the color, you know, saying the word red is your trigger word, and that causes you to swing on people, and you swing on me after I said red, but you failed to tell me that beforehand. You're going to get your ass whooped. And then we could talk about your mental health issues later. But you can't use that as an excuse to get me off of, you know, swinging on your ass. No. So we got to stop using this narrative that everybody can mental health their issues away from trouble. Don't work like that. Take accountability and, you know, and stop being a shitty person. That's what needs to happen. Therapy, you know, is not necessary for that. Stop being dumb. And, you know, that was the end of the video, but I did a couple searches on Phyllis Yvonne Stickney. They said she was actually married to a brother named Rayford Gallen Griffith in 1989, which is 2 years before the movie Jungle Fever came out. However, the union was short-lived and the two soon parted ways mutually. And she also confirmed that Rayford, he's actually remarried.
I was married to a lovely man at the time, a drummer. That's what I'm saying. It's like she said, oh, a whole lot, but his name was, I won't call his name. He's remarried, and they have a lovely family.
And she has no kids, and that's her story. So there's a reason why she may have this opinion about black men, because things haven't went her way on the dating market. And again, I'm just speculating based off of what I read on Google. But yeah, but that's her story. But the funny thing is, I've always thought that Phyllis was an attractive woman.
I've been out of shape. I'm running off another game. I can't feel nothing. It's my fault. I should have been better. But I did all I can, I swear. If I